three swimmers will be our champions. Christian Brisha going with a nice start to the host freestyle, swimming in lane number 5. Looking how we're rolling in the 120 meters freestyle. Let's see how we come out to the final position. First 50 out. It is Christian Brisha, lane number 5, alongside Abdukadia, 108 out into the wall. It is a 30 flat for Brisha. Nice, he hasn't wasted a single time. Look at this young man in lane number 3, Abdul Kadir, trying to lift that head a bit, not to lose out of sight, but he does not know that in fact this young man in outer lane, in lane 2, Don from Kenya, is also out there. He is trying to pay attention to Aris Elijah, and it will cost him. He needs to remember, look, from the outer lane with the 5th what's best time and coming onto the top. They do not know that he's out there. He's got to show them. Nirang Don takes the gold with a 103. My. They didn't know that Don was out there. I'm not talking about Rukari, but Nirangu was out there. They didn't know that he was out there, and he strikes the gold with a 103. Ahead of the girls, we should be having only 2 hits for the girls, 30 and 14. We're starting out in lane number 1 from Rwanda, Kalisa Keza. Kalisa Keza. And lane number 4 from Kenya, Biva Maupola. Lane 5 from Kenya, Biutino Zahara. Lane number 6, Kakzoki Zaki from Burundi with a 118, 100 freestyle fast hit. Don't forget it's 100 meters freestyle. What is for the men, sorry, for the women, 13, 14. We have only 4 swimmers, 2 from Kenya B, 1 from Rwanda, 1 from Burundi. Leading the field at the start, Kalisa Keza from Burundi. So from Rwanda. We're winning time last during this 100 meters freestyle 13-14. We had a 1-0-0 from Krisa, our finest in the 100 freestyle. By the first 50, we're out at the 34-1. Coming back into the water, they didn't have not wasted any single second under the water there. Continuing to lead the field will be Paula Kenya B. Paula Kenya B in lane number 4, being on every second stroke. Having a slightly open stroke. I just need to get my thumb a little bit close to the rest of the fingers. You don't want to open your thumb every time you're doing your freestyle. There is a slight resistance created every time your thumb opens into the recovery. But she will take this 100 freestyle into the wall with a winning split of 110. And that's the starting split for this 100 freestyle. Rolling to the final heat for the girls, 100 meters freestyle. And lane number 3, lane number 1, coming out from Kenya A, Busha Nadia. In late number 2, representing Kenya with a 108 on Binga, Kelsey. In late number 3, coming out from Uganda, she is a bronze medalist for the 400 freestyle this morning, went 5:24, Sally Makela. In late number 4, coming out from Tanzania, has entered with a 1:00 and also the defending champion. This morning she took the 400 freestyle with a 4:58, Dilip Kwisa. Late number 5, representing Uganda, one of the finest for the Uganda, expected the 4x1. Semanda Christo, swimming in late number 4, inside from Tanzania with a 1:04. Also our 200 IM silver medalist, Nicolene Vision, swimming in late number 7, coming up from Nigeria with a 1:08. Balofele Alfred, the finest of Rwanda, the national record holder of Rwanda with a 1:09 as the national record, and also her entry time, she went at 1:09 in the World Junior in April, Agasani Liban. Freestyle. That was literally almost another start for this young guy in Tanzania, but it's good. She kept herself calm and collected. It's very good. Dilip Kwisa. Dilip Kwisa took the 400 meters freestyle this morning with a 4:58. Out into the first 50. There is Dilip Kwisa. 29.6, few hundredths of a second separating the next 2 and 3 swimmers. Breathing on every right stroke and trying to chase Sally Makela this morning finished third behind Larissa. She went to 5:24, has quite some work to do. And Tanzania is coming back to strike again with Nicolene. Nicolene is our silver medalist for the 200 IM into the world. It's gonna be no doubt. Kwisa to take full control with a 1:02 winning time. From the boys, we have Jaden Intwari, Warri Charles, and keep the ditch praise late number 3.5. Meters of freestyle. There's a T lanes on the pole, and Mike starts. T from Kenya B, 1 from Rwanda. Leading and taking charge ahead of the whole field. Fast 50. We're out with the start 29. The boys are coming back in the final stage. Our fastest there, we have a 56. Is pressure. I think Charles can slightly increase that stroke rate a little bit. Definitely give us a better finishing speed. And it's Charles from Kenya to out in the hot field into the wall with 1:01. We're going to be rolling to the final hit. Dion Shiza shoots for Rando. We're returning on the finals. Monsieur Kia, Tanzania Kawisa, Jonathan Benjamin Sali, and Mamisi Jeremy alongside Okumu Zaki, Tanzania, and lane number 7. These are 100 meters freestyle. We're rolling the final heat. Mr. Yake and Max. See how he's going to look like in the final stage. Kawisa, Jonathan rolling in lane number 4. What's Sam to do at the starting field here? Kenya is striking out with Tevin in lane number 2. Well, Tevin, I told you, Tevin sitting among the best. He is a silver medalist in the 200 meters freestyle, but he has quite some to do. And that time has costed him quite a lot. Coming out, striking the outer lane. Benjamin has quite to do, but Tanzania, Okumu Zak. I think this is Zak, this is the first 100 meters freestyle we're having. He is coming into the wall, the pressure is increasing, but Kenya trying to strike back just once more with Omar Jeremy at the lead. We shall be having Kawisa Jonathan taking 100 freestyle with a sub 56. And we're rolling to the ladies. The girls, they have a full grid from lane 1 all through to lane number 8. Hip Bridget comes back in lane 1, Jamila Pilibat, Nakasura, Makalombo, Makrin, Sumi Payton, and Yara Mwenji, Isabella, and Gituk, Gail. Lane 1 to lane 8. The fastest 100 meters freestyle this year is a 52.43 in the whole world by Tori Huske. On this time was set in the 2025 Tokyo Nationals. Other performances include Marie to win 52.55 at the World Championship, and we had Walsh win 52.77. Now let's see what Zone 3 is presenting. Fast 50 outturning the field. Lane number 6 sitting very tough. I love what I'm seeing. Coming out in 6. Basically, LeBron is also performing pretty well. Makrin Kalombo 101. No doubt he is ahead of the field. As we dive into the final closing stage. There's Makrin Kalombo, and the gap is just increasing. She finished second in the 200 freestyle with a 2:22, but she's coming back to strike a goal for Kenya with a nice 1:02. Makrin. To the current 15-16. Remember, we have a 4x1, so right now I'm trying to analyze which team might get to sit on top of the 4x1. It will be 15 and over, so far Kenya's fastest is the 1:02. We're waiting to see what the senior girls will be giving us. Waiting for Chebet. The boys have got 2 hits. Jean-Luc, Don Daniel, Onyango, Jason, Wazir, Nathan, Jean Halan, and Focus. Off we go to the first hit for the boys. David Popovici this year has the fastest 100 freestyle in the world with a 46.51. He did that at the World Championship. Told you the women is a 52.79, but for the men we have a 46 outside of the world. Waiting to see what zone 3 is giving up for the men. Starting the first 50 out, not the best of the stroke rates at 28.8. Onyango Jason, Kenya B, leading the outfield. Quite a lot to do for Burundi, a lot of work to do for running the outer lanes. We should be having Kenya B starting out. So just had a winning time for the ladies as a 1:02, the fastest in the whole world currently. This year is the 46th one in Singapore by Popovici. Kenya will be finishing with 13B, this young man. Into the wall with a 1:00. The fastest African splits we're having in 100 freestyle ever is the 47.79, and this was swum by South Africans leader in the 2009 Rome World Championships. We're going to the final hit. In one, we got two from Tanzania, Mr. Karitanzo Kure Austin Adam Ahmed Yakub Sengoba Ethan, the 200 meter iron bronze medals comes back Isaiah Kucho Kecho Victor by Yusuf Igubal, the 800 favorite comes back and Obiel Shipman. 100 freestyle, 1:02 starting splits. Here in the morning, give a young with on some young powerful cheer here. That's what they'll give us. Silence for the start. Jason Danford seeds as the fastest Kenyan ever, went to 48.73 in Belgrade in 2009. What can Victor do that? What can Victor give us? By years to think about, one of the favorites for Kenya as well. Being started with a 800, but leading the field at the start, Sengoba 800, 200 meter IM bronze medalist. Our top time is the 55 on the N26 in the lane. Number 4, faster 50, we got it 26.9. Coming up very powerfully. My goodness, as predicted, Okech Victor is starting to deliver. Okech Victor is delivering. He is sitting among the finest. He is sitting as the 50-meter butterfly champion and delivering. Singoma Ethan from Uganda, lane number 4, trying to stretch out that stroke. This is when you need to stretch the stroke rate. It is Singoma Ethan and Okech Victor, and a few hundredths of a second are going to separate the top two boys. It's just a touch. Who gets it? Just a few hundreds. We're having the boys finishing at 56, and Singoma and Victor to outtouch the hot field. And Ethan feels very comfortable and very excited about his result. Now coming up to 100 freestyle, the final heat for the ladies. I told you the fastest this year in the country, in the whole world right now is a 52. But in this final heat, we shall be having Burundi sitting Alia Charlie, Tanzania Langato Richabit, the best of Kenya, Dwayne Tara from Uganda, Excella from Rwanda, and Manuel Lisa from Burundi. A little bit dramatic. It's getting electrified through the 100 freestyle. We're looking for the fastest 100 freestylers from now. Reach Bates, the finest for Kenya. She is on her meter backstroke. Silver medalist comes out. Let's see what we shall have. Kisau's Tara alongside Dwayne from Kenya. We know that Dwayne sits in a better shape for 100 freestyle than Tara, but Tara is still trying to hang on. We're having two girls coming from Kenya and one from Uganda. The two girls 10 out in the 29. I think it was an advantage for Tara. She popped out very quick. And this is one event she was so worried about, but Dwayne's swimming phase is way much better than Tara. Tara has had a very fantastic turnout there. Now the final stage. Look at those clean recovery. Tara, the two girls are breathing together. They are trying to face it, but now Dwayne ahead with almost half a body length. Tara trying to hang in here, but it will be Dwayne Kenya to take the gold, and Tara be settling for the silver. It's up 1-0-0 for the two girls. So Kenya has a 1-0-0 and they have a 1-0-2 from Makri. It's gonna be a very tough 100 4x100 freestyle for Uganda. The 15 and over. We'll have the boys. The boys got 2 hits. Bosco Kanje Evans, Kevin Kaiga, and Tony Lera will be coming off for heat number 1. Randa sits 2 in hit 1, Bosco and Kevin Kaja. Bosco in lane number 3 and lane number 5, Kevin Kaja. The national record for Randa sits with Cedric, and Mbezi has a 56. That was set in Fukuoka in 2023 as the fastest. Burundi sitting Leria on the fastest 100-meter freestyle from Burundi. 6. 100 freestyle Burundi, the fastest 6 with a 50, 3.84 for Bailey Granier. 6 Alia Vicia in March. And coming back on top of the field, lane 4. Lane 5. Kaiga, Miranda, alongside Tony Leria to close into the wall. They are sitting as a 50, 356 for the national record pace. It's only Africa sitting on at 47.7, but winning split for lane number 6 will be a 57.9 for Burundi's Tony Leria as the fastest on the starting split. Rolling to the final hit. The national team captain for Tanzania continues to try and challenge himself. We saw him missing the 200 meters IM earlier this morning due to a knee injury. Let's see what he's going to give us in the 200. This is 100 meters freestyle. With freestyle, 17 and over. Master Matthew be sitting in the number 3. Matimo Nathan, one the favorite for Kenya. If not, he may even get back on top as the number 5. And Kaomi Pedro, the finest for Uganda, sitting in number 7. Joseph Michael, Tanzania sits in lane number 8. It's going to be a dramatic 100. This is the fastest we have. I told you the fastest this year is the 46 for Fiji. Naomi Pender is the 200-meter freestyle. Our silver medalist won a 2:12, and my pastor with his injury came in and third with a 2:13. You can see he cannot use those legs as he would have, but lane number 2, number 3, Master Matthew, rolling in stroke by stroke into the first 50, leading the field. Lane number 5 and lane number 6. Team Nathan. Up fast 50, and the boys were out at a 26.9, so we shall have dramatic 50s tomorrow. Monster Matthew went to 24 high in the national championship for Uganda in July. He's coming in to try this 100. Matimo coming back. He struck the gold in the 200 meters freestyle, and he's coming in to sit on top. 22-0 frame the 200 freestyle is sitting on top, leaving the hot fields at 54-7. Matimo takes charge of this 100 freestyle with 54 as the winning time. The African record is sitting at a 47, and the fastest time this year is sitting on a 46. And we're going to the longest butterfly event. That's a 200 meters butterfly, 14 and under, 2 hits, and we dive into the boys. 15, 16 and 2, and 17 and over shortly. Hit number 1, we got only 2 swimmers in 4.5. Anderson Daniela, Kenya B, and Omar Saidi Zalima, Kenya. These are 4 lanes of the pole. 200 meters of butterfly. Just 4 lanes of the pole. 2 young girls from Kenya. One of my favorite events to watch, to swim, to enjoy. 200 butterfly. Reading on 8-3, stroke starting out light. Is Omar Sayed Salima, 11 years of age, at 3 at 26. Last year's 200 meters butterfly in Guns Tyrant took it with a 2:51. Let's see how we're going to have, and should be a returning athlete for the 200 meters butterfly. Nicolene will be coming back. She is our defending silver medalist. She have the look like, but that first 50 was at a 41. I think that breathing was a little bit low. 200 fly, every time you get off the wall, you want to have really big kicks. You utilize the distance off the wall as much as you can. At the closing stage, we shall have this young girl in lane number 4 struggle quite a lot. I am pretty sure that the game plan for Omar may work for her at the final stage. She is now having the hands back into the recovery before the head, and that's the first biggest mistake. It costs quite a lot in butterfly lane number 4. You want to have that head go back slightly.